Vamos, my brothers and sisters. It's your boy JT and welcome back to another episode of South Stand Signings, the series. Of course, we go through everything happening in and around the world of Leeds United. And we have a little talk about it. And boy, it is a big one and mucho grande of a day. Leeds United going for various positions that fans have been craving for this entire time. I'm talking left backs, I'm talking goalkeepers, I'm talking wingers, I'm talking strikers. There is so much to go through this episode. So without wasting any more of your time, let's get straight into the meat of the action. Psych! Before we do get into it for real, we are trying to hit 4K before the start of the new season. So if you want to help support me, support you, and join the family of the most forward-thinking pioneers to ever grace the beautiful game, and hit that subscribe button down below and smash that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content on the channel. We are moonwalking our way over to 4K. Hopefully we can get there before the start of the new season. But let's not waste any more of your time for real now. Let's get straight into the meat of the action. The first story we are going to be talking about is unfortunately going to be a departure, and it's this man, Leif Davis, who has joined Ipswich Town. Leif Davis departs Ellen Road, and Leeds United can confirm that Leif Davis today has joined Ipswich Town on a permanent deal for an undisclosed fee, which I'm hearing is £1 million. He's been in the Whites since 2018, initially in the under-23 side, but has now finally departed the club on what is a permanent basis. There was a lot of talk. Is it going to be a loan deal? Is it going to be a permanent deal? What is going to happen? Because a lot of people watching him pre-season were saying, is this guy up to scratch for Leeds United? Is he ready to fill the mantle of senior Firpo if and when he's out injured? And unfortunately, the club have come to the decision that they do not believe that he is. And he's gone for what is a very low fee, all facts and figures being reported. Now, what does this mean for Leeds United going forward? Well, first of all, what it means for me is to say congratulations, Leif Davis, on your move. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you here, man. Thanks for everything you've done for the club. And it has been a pleasure watching you in a Leeds United shirt. However, who will we be seeing in a Leeds United shirt in that left-back position? Will we be seeing anyone coming through the doors? And it certainly looks likely. And moving Davis on means that Leeds are now firmly expected to sign another left-back, with senior Firpo currently out of action through injury, and it remains to be seen who the Whites will turn to secure as their new fullback. Obviously, there was talk of Edgan Alioski, as it goes on to say here. However, he is on the verge of joining Besiktas, so it doesn't look like we are going to be getting him. Josh Tymon was an option. Kai Wagner was an option. There's been a lot of names touted over for that fullback role for Leeds United. Who do you think we'll actually get? That's the question. The name I'm hearing the most right now is still Josh Tymon. Josh Tymon is the one that whenever I check it up now and time and time again, Tymon again, his name is always popping up. I can't seem to get rid of his name from my search results, from any kind of figures or rumors or reports that I am reading. So it does seem to me like Josh Tymon is the player that Leeds are still looking at for that left back role. He is, however, also being linked with Rangers. So if Leeds are going to go in for him, we are going to have to move somewhat sharpish now, because there are a number of clubs circling around him. But what do you guys think about this move? Are you excited by it? Do you want to see it happen? Do you want to see someone else come over to Leeds United? Do you still think we should try and beat them to the signing of Edgan Alioski? What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Now, speaking of controversial signings, controversial players, this time it is about a player who could potentially be coming over to Leeds United. And I like this because Leeds are still looking at wingers. I don't know if they're talking about putting this man in the striker role, which he has featured for a couple of times, or if they're trying to get another winger on top of that. But Leeds are eyeing a deal for Arsenal winger Nicola Pepe, the Source Demon, the Ivorian machine. This is a beautiful transfer. This is an absolutely beautiful transfer, according to the Daily Mail, who are correct 100% of the time with everything they say. The Whites are one of the teams eyeing up a swoop to land the winger ahead of the 2022-23 campaign, as Victor Orta eyes the Ivorian international. The report claims that Sevilla and Marseille are also set to compete to land his signature if Arsenal opt to part ways with him. It has been claimed earlier this summer that the Gunners would be willing to cash in on the attacker for as little as £25 million, although it remains to be seen how much Leeds are willing to pay for him. I don't think that we will be willing to pay £25 million. I'm not going to lie to you here. In fact, I want to raise a question to you guys. Raise a glass, raise a toast, raise whatever you got. Raise your eyebrow if you need to. How much do you think you'd be willing to pay for Nicola Pepe? How much? £10 million? Is that looking like a good deal to you guys now? £20 million, £25 million. When you're getting into the £25 million kind of ballpark, then you're looking at players like Cody Gakpo. Then you're looking at players like Noah Lang. You're looking at these guys that you could probably get for a similar figure, maybe a little bit cheaper. They're going to be younger. They're going to have higher sell-on value. They're probably going to have cheaper wages. These are the things you've got to think about when you're getting into that £25 million kind of figures. Now, if I'm telling you £15 million, is that changing your opinion? Maybe we have to pay a little bit more on wages, but you're looking at a guy who, much like a lot of these other players that we're looking at tearing up in the foreign leagues, Nicola Pepe a few years ago was still absolutely pulling up trees. There's a reason why Arsenal wanted to sign him. He got like 29 goal contributions in 34 games before they signed him. And he was on absolute red-hot form. Everyone under the sun wanted to sign him. He signed for Arsenal. Yes, it hasn't gone the best for him. Yes, there's been a lot of question marks over his professionality, over his dedication to the sport, you know, being spotted going in for Chinese just days away from match days. These kind of things. Not really what you want to be seeing from a player that isn't on the best of form, but he has performed in some big occasions for Arsenal. I mean, look at that FA Cup final against Chelsea where he was unplayable that day. I think he's still got some talent in him. He could really thrive under Jesse Marsch's tutelage. He could really thrive over at Leeds United. And the report goes on to state that Victor Orta is becoming increasingly interested in him, especially with this whole debacle with Kalimuendo and Charles de Ketelaere rumbling on in the jungle. Now, speaking of a deal that Victor Orta is very interested in, this is the big one. Leeds United mooted to offer 1-year deal to former Scumchester United goalkeeper Ben Foster, the cycling GK. Ben Foster, what a man. Oh, get him over. Get him over. Leeds United are reportedly considering offering a 1-0 deal to former goalkeeper Ben Foster. Well, not former goalkeeper. Former Manchester United, former Watford, along with the various other numerous numbers of clubs, is now available to be purchased, and Leeds are apparently circling around with a 1-year deal. According to Team Talk, the English keeper, who is now a free agent, is being considered by the Leeds hierarchy to serve as a backup to Illan Meslier for the upcoming Premier League campaign. The 39-year-old, who's got 8 caps to his name, has been a journeyman in English football, making a number of senior appearances. Senior appearances, senior like Firpo appearances for Man United, Watford, West Brom, and Birmingham City. Now, this for me is a great move. Not just because he offers us a whole host of clickbait, not just because he probably boosts the Leeds search algorithms on YouTube. Nothing to do with that, alright? Nothing to do with that at all. But he is also a very experienced goalkeeper. He's also happy to play number 2. You know, he's been around the park. He's played with some of the best players in world football. He could easily bring some morale to the camp. You know, he seems like an uplifting character, you know, avoid distress. He can help coach Illan Meslier, you know, guide him through, help him develop, whilst happily being a backup. He came out on his podcast about a month ago now, and he said at this stage in his career, he'd be more than happy to be a backup at any club. And Leeds United could be a very good opportunity for him to do that. An opportunity for Illan Meslier to grow and gain a lot of experience under Ben Foster. I think this is a very good move. I think this is a great move, if you ask me. And I'm thoroughly looking forward to seeing some of his matchday vlogs with Leeds United if this does happen. Hey, gives us a lot of content to watch as fans. And I think it should be a great move. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section down below. Now. One move which I still like the look of. I mean, just looking at that picture there of the big man, it just makes me want him. It makes me want to see him in a Leeds United shirt, you know. I really do like the way he plays. Just when you watch Noah Lang, the things I find beautiful about football, you know, the dribbling ability, the close control, the touch that he has, silkier than a spider's excrement, man. He's just such an elegant footballer, such a beautiful footballer, Noah Lang. Yes, people say he brings a bit of arrogance, but a bit of arrogance on the pitch, not a problem if you do ask me. Any of the other allegations that are poised to his name, if they are proven correct, then that's a different story. However, man, he's just such a beautiful footballer to watch. Such a beautiful footballer to watch. However, it doesn't look like Leeds United are going to be going in for him. James Marshman was asked if they think that that Noah Lang is going to be potentially on the shortlist for Leeds United with Club Brugge, basically saying that they do think he will be going. Obviously, Leeds still looking at Club Brugge, or rather his Club Brugge teammate Charles de Ketelaere. However, he came out and said, I don't think Leeds are keen any longer. They are more likely to go for Kalimuendo if they miss Charles de Ketelaere. That's right. It does seem like, unfortunately, Leeds and Noah Lang's love affair is over. I thought it'd be a great deal personally. What is going on with Noah Lang, though? Is there a reason why no one else has come in from? The two main teams interested were, of course, Leeds and AC Milan. And all of a sudden, they just decided to switch up last second and go for his teammate, Charles de Ketelaere. And Noah Lang has just seemingly been forgotten about by everybody. No one's going in for him. And he was basically... He thought he was out the door. He thought he had one foot out the door, coming out and saying basically, oh yeah, you know what, I'm done here. You know, you're going to miss me, Belgian football. Well, maybe Belgian football won't be missing you because you might be staying there, pal. I don't know what's happened there. It's been an absolute shocker, but it does look like he might be staying there. And speaking of a late news or a lately developing shocker, this time it is for Leeds United, and Leeds United linked Arnaud Kalimuendo will reportedly only leave if PSG make another signing in the striker position. Leeds United may have to wait in their pursuit of Arnaud Kalimuendo until Paris Saint-Germain sign a replacement, according to RMC Sport. Leeds obviously are in the hunt for Arnaud Kalimuendo. Is it a backup to Charles de Ketelaere? It's looking like that at the moment because it doesn't seem like we've made too much progress on it. Seems like we're still waiting in the wings for CDK for some reason. I'm not really sure. I think Kalimuendo is a brilliant player. Obviously, we touched on the whole dilemma here that PSG, or rather Kalimuendo, finds himself in, with Luis Campos wanting to sell him and his manager wanting to keep him. It's a whole heap of fraudulence going on over there. Luis Campos is keen on selling him permanently, it does say, and there is still a chance that Leeds could get him permanently. There is still also that loan option rumbling around. However, this news right here, I mean, you could look at it one of two ways. You could look at one way, which is Leeds are going to have to wait a while before we can get Kalimuendo. It's going to set us back, and it might cause us to have to start the season without signing him, which is not good at all because we want to get a striker in ASAP Rocky, if you ask me. You could also look at it another way, and the fact that they are trying to sign a replacement, they are resigned to losing him in one form or another, whether that's permanent or loan deal. And the fact that they're signing someone else, maybe it hints towards a permanent deal, which could be good news for Leeds United. Now, speaking of more good news for Leeds United are apparently in a sudden boost of luck when it comes to Charles de Ketelaere, as Club Brugge begin to lose patience with AC Milan. The reports goes on to state that Club Brugge have had enough of AC Milan. They've had enough of them mucking them about without not being willing to pay the transfer fee that they demand, that they're craving. And they're apparently extremely likely to deal with Leeds United. Now, for me, this isn't really new news. It's not, because Club Brugge have already been touted to want to deal with Leeds United. They wanted to accept Leeds United's offer a long time ago, or rather a short while ago, by all accounts, because we've offered so much more money than AC Milan. And I just don't... I mean, the player is the one that's holding this up here. Maybe he could even still stay at Club Brugge. I don't know, man. Every single day this story goes on, the less likely I think it's going to happen. I saw the other day when it did seem like AC Milan were eyeing up Hakim Ziyech, which they still are by all accounts. There's another story today talking about them going in for Hakim Ziyech. I was thinking Leeds could be in luck here. Leeds could be in luck. But I don't know why the gears haven't turned quicker. The gears haven't turned quick enough for me. I don't know. Do you guys still have hope of this one? Do you still have faith? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. I'm getting a little bit tired of speaking about Charles de Ketelaere right now. I just am. But everyone does want to know about him. Everyone wants to hear whether he is going to be coming here, there, everywhere. But it doesn't seem like he is going to be coming to Leeds United, in my opinion. But we have still been handed a boost in getting him. But that's about all for today. Let me know what you guys think about all those moves down in the comment section down below. But for now, I will see you very, very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.